Hello guys! So today we're going to talk about PHP arrays. Okay, so what is an array? An array stores multiple values in one single variable. In PHP, the array functions is used to create an array. In PHP, there are three types of arrays. First, we have yung index or numeric arrays. An array with a numeric index, values are stored and accessed in linear fashion. Next is associative arrays, an array with string as index. This stores element values in association with key values rather than in a strict linear index order. Then we have multidimensional arrays, an array containing one or more arrays, and values are accessed using multiple indices. Okay, so when do we use array? We use array if there are multiple values that we want to store in a single variable, like list of names. Okay? So normally kasi, yung ginagawa natin if we want to list the names currently is we declare yung mga variable. Kagaya nito, name 1, name 2, name 3. Okay? Yun ang gagawin natin sa ngayon. Pero what if we want to search a specific names on that particular list? So at the moment, madali lang kasi tatlo lang laman yung mga item natin. Pero what if there are already 50 or even sabihin natin 100? So marami na yon. So mahihirapan tayo sa pag-search ng name. Then what if we want to sort the names? Or what if we want to display those names in a table or yung HTML table? So mahirapan tayo if there are already a lot of names na nasa list natin. Pero if we're going to use array, we can easily solve this kind of or answer this kind of question. Okay, wherein there are a lot of built-in function that is available in PHP on, like for searching a name in an array, sorting the names in an array. Then for the part of displaying the names in a table, we can use for each for that to display all the names. So kahit ilan pa yan, then yung for each na yung parang mag-a-itemize nung mga or magli-list nung mga items para sa'yo. So that's the good thing about arrays. Okay? Okay, so let's start with the first array that we have, PHP Indexed or Numeric Arrays. An array with a numeric index, values are stored and accessed in linear fashion. Index always start at 0. Okay, so this is how we declare an array. So of course, yung variable name natin, array, open close parentheses, since it is a function. Then, ilalagay natin yung mga value na gusto natin ilagay sa array. Okay? So, yung index niya, basically, hindi nakikita pag numeric, usually. Pero, the index always start at 0. 0, 1, and 2. Okay? Then, there are other way on adding value to an array. So, ganito naman, names, square bracket, equals the value. Okay? Okay, so how to display a specific value of an index or numeric array. Okay, so we have here yung sample of our array. So to display a specific value, we need to know the index of that particular item. So since our the index starts at 0, so 0, 1, 2, then if we intend to display Richard, of course, ganito lang yung gagawin natin. Echo the variable, square bracket, then yung index niya. Then, it will display Richard. Now, if we want to display yung Caroline, of course, alamin natin yung index niya, 0, 1, 2. So, we're going to put 2, then it will display Caroline. Okay? So that's how we display a specific value of an index or numeric array. We just need to know kung ano ba yung index ng particular element na yan. Okay? Okay, so ngayon, what if there are already 50 items or names sa list ng array natin, and we want to display yung about yung sa 40, something 40 or more, then ano yung gagawin natin? Paano natin malalaman kung what specific index siya? So basically, I think the first thing na gagawin natin is to count. Di ba? Pero what if, sabihin ko nga, what if there are already more than 50 or even 100 names na? So parang mahihirapan tayo if we're just going to count them. Di ba? So, is there any way ba na pwede nating malaman yung index ng isang array? Okay? So the answer for that is yes. So that's the next topic that we're going to talk about, which is how to check the index of an array. Okay? So in PHP, there are built-in function. There are two built-in functions. We have yung bar dump and yung printr. Okay? So this built-in function is used to check yung mga variables. Ano ba yung laman nila? Okay? So let's say we have this declaration of array, then we use bar dump. Now, if we do that one, then the output will become something like this. Okay? So we this one in the part of the square bracket are the index of the array. Okay? While dito naman, ito sila, these are the data type. Then ito, the 3 are the items of an array. Then dito naman na 7 are the number of character of this one. Yung mga value nila. Okay? So this is how we use yung bar dump. The good thing about bar dump is that it will display yung data type ng isang variable. So currently, yung data type is array for this one. Then dito sa loob naman is mga string. Okay? So that's the good thing about bar dump. Now, we can also use that or use other way yung printr. So the value will be this one. So it has minimal output comparing to bar dump, and madali nating mararecognize yung mga index nila. So 0, 1, and 2. Okay? Yun. So what if gusto mo pa siyang maging readable? Yung printr. Then we can do this. Echo, then yung pre-formatted tag, then printr, names, and then true. This is comma, then true. Okay, as the second argument. So mangyayari yan, printr will not display the result. Instead, it will just return, and yung echo statement natin dito is the one that will manage to display the result. Okay? So the output will be something like this. Okay? So it is more readable comparing to printr, this kind of printr, and then yung bar dump. Okay? So kahit there are already 50 items there are already 100 items, malalaman agad natin kung what specific index mayroon yung value na yan. Okay? Just by using this kind of way. Okay, guys? So, yung bar dump at saka printr, hindi lang sila nagagamit sa pag-check ng array. Sa mga debugging purposes, ginagamit natin yan. If we are not sure what specific value yung dinadala ng isang variable, then we can do that. We can use that to check kung anong value yung nare-receive ng isang variable. Okay? So, yan. Okay, so how to edit specific value of an index or numeric array. So we have yung array natin. Of course, if you want to edit, first we need to access the particular value. Of course, through its index. Okay, so dito na part, we try to edit yung Caroline. Of course, since it has a 2 index, so ito yung nilagay natin. Now, to assign a value, ganito lang. we just use equal sign, then yung string or number that we want to assign. Okay? Then once we echo that element, yung mangyayari, it will display Floor na instead of Caroline. Okay? Okay, next is how to display all the values of an index or numeric array. Okay, so we have our array here. Of course, we're going to use for each for that, since for each is intended for arrays. Okay, so dito, yung name, this one, yung variable name. Then yung key naman dito is the index. And dito yung value, of course, yung mga items natin or element. Okay, pagdating sa key at value, you can change it any variable name you want naman. Okay? Okay, now if you are not yet familiar guys with the for each, this is part of the looping statement. If you don't have an idea yet, you can watch my other video for that focus on discussing about looping statements. Okay? Okay, now let's try to simulate the process. Okay, the first na mangyayari is the first item will be assigned to the value variable, then display, which is this part na. Then next iteration, it will assign the second value to value variable and display. Then next iteration naman, it will assign the third value, which is floor, to value variable and then display. Okay? Then the question is, do we still have any element in the array? Okay, since wala na, our final output will be Raymond, Richard, and Floor. Okay, so that's how we display yung numeric or index array using for each. Okay. Okay, next array that we have is yung PHP Associative Arrays. An array with strings as index. This stores element values in association with the key values rather than in the strict linear index order. So we have here yung sample array natin. So yung index niya, comparing to numeric, this one is the index, is string. Okay? Then yung value, of course, nandito. So this is how we set up yung associative array. Index, yung string index, yung equal at saka greater than, yung parang arrow siya, then yung value na. Okay? So that's how we set up yung associative array. Okay? So other way of adding an element or an item is ganito naman. Yung variable name ng array, then square bracket, then the index equals to the value. Okay? So that's how we set up yung associative array natin. Okay? Okay, so how to display specific value of an associative array? So we have this array. Of course, kagaya ng numeric array, we need to access yung index niya. Okay? Kagaya nito. So in this part, we try to access yung Raymond na index, and basically the output will be 25. And if intend to access naman yung index na Richard, then the value will be 30. Okay? So that's how we manage on displaying a specific value pagdating naman sa associative array. Okay, next is how to edit a specific value of an associative array. Okay, so we have the array here. Of course, same sa numeric, we need to know the index. So in this part, yung Raymond na index. Then we assign a value of 22. Then if we try to echo, the output will be 22. Okay? So if you are not aware kung ano yung mga index, you can still use yung print arrow bar dump natin. Okay? Okay, so next is how to display all the values of an associative array. Okay, so we're going to use yung for each pa rin. Okay, so we have here yung variable natin, which is age. Then yung key will serve the index, the string index. Then we have here yung value. Okay, then we have here yung echo statement natin. Now let's try to simulate the process. Okay, so the key will receive a value of Raymond. Then the value variable will receive a value of 22. Then we try to display it. Okay, so next iteration, the key will have a value of Richard. Then the value variable will have a 30. Then display na naman natin. So until such time, mapunta na tayo sa last element. And then we're going to ask, do we still have an element in the array? So kung wala nang element sa array, so our looping will stop. And the final output will be this one. Okay? So that's how we display all the values in an associative array. Okay, guys? Okay, so this will be our last array. So PHP Multidimensional Arrays. An array containing one or more arrays and values are accessed using multiple indices. PHP understands multidimensional arrays that are 2, 3, 4, 5, or more levels deep. However, arrays more than 3 levels deep are hard to manage for most people. So, a 2-dimensional array is an array of arrays. Then, a 3-dimensional array is an array of arrays of arrays. Okay? Okay, so in this part of our multidimensional array, we're just going to talk about the 2-dimensional arrays. Okay? A 2-dimensional array is an array of arrays. Okay, so having 2-dimensional array, we can already create this kind of list of tables. Okay? So, to set up that one, ganito yung gagawin natin. Array sa labas, then yung sa loob ng mga array ganito. So, array within an array. Okay? So, basically, yung mga array sa loob are associative array. While itong labas, it is considered as the numeric array. Since it is composed of array of an array, then it is considered as a multi-dimensional array. Okay? Okay, so now how to display all the values of an 2-dimensional arrays. So, since we have this kind of array declarations, we're going to use yung for each pa rin. Okay? So, in this part, yung names dito, of course, yung names dito, yung variable names natin. Then, yung key. The key here, since the outer part array is a numeric, basically, yung marireceive dito is the numeric index niya. Then, ito namang row will be this one. First row, second row, and third row. Okay? Kaya kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung row, I try to access it through the index. Like the associative array. Basically kasi, this is an associative array on this part. Okay? Okay, now let's try to simulate the process. Of course, the key will have a value of 0. Then, the row name will have a value of Raymond. Then, for the row age, has a value of 22. Then, yung fab color will have a value of blue. Then, we're going to display. Okay? So, next iteration, 1. Then, Richard, 30, and red. Then, display. Next iteration, 2. Carolyn, 32, green, then display. Okay, next iteration. Wala na palang iteration. Okay, so do we still have any element in the array? So kung wala na, of course, the final output will be this one. Okay? So ganun lang natin i-manage yung multi-dimensional array. Basically, yung 2-dimensional array. Okay? So, I want you to be familiar or to be used to it, guys. Kasi, if you're already managing yung database, then the return value of the query that you're going to create is an array, a multi-dimensional array. Kaya mas mainam if masasanay kayo sa paggamit ng multidimensional array. Okay? Okay, so quick activity muna tayo guys. Write a PHP program that would display a list of data in a table using HTML table, of course, then using multidimensional array. You can set whatever data you want as long as the tables consist of 3 or more columns. Okay? So we have here yung sample natin. Okay, we have here yung table header, then yung mga data natin. Okay? Pagdating sa style, of course, there's no need to follow this one. Yung important is that you can able to set yung data sa table. Kahit yung border lang, makita lang natin yung structure ng table. Okay, that's already good. Okay, guys? Okay, so what I want you to do now before you start our activity, please pause the video lang muna so that you can work on our activity. Then afterwards, once you are already done, okay, so you can play it back. Then I will try to share you naman kung paano natin o paano ko i-work on or gagawin yung activity natin. Okay? Okay, so now let's try to share to you kung paano ko naman gagawin yung activity natin. Okay? So start ko muna yung Apache server. Close. Okay, so let me go to drive D, sump, htdocs, then dito. So create ako ng folder. Sabihin kong project. Okay, then open ko yung folder on my text editor. Okay, close this one. Okay, let me create the first file and save it as index.php. Okay, learning, sabihin natin arrays. Save. So let me try to access. Localhost project. Okay. Okay, so before I start, I would like to set up muna yung table. So table, then I would like to set thead for the table header, then tr, then yung mga th. So name, then next is age, then next is yung favorite color. Okay, save ko yan. Then I would like to set up yung sa tbody. So tr, then td, then sabihin ko lang muna Raymond, td, 22, then td, sabihin ko red. Okay, now let me try this one. Okay, so we have the data. Now let me try to have the style. Okay, I'm going to access the table, th, tsaka yung td. Then border 1 pixels, solid, then sabihin natin black. Then maglagay tayo ng padding. Kailangan yan. Top is 5 pixels, then sabihin kong 10 sa left and right. Refresh. Okay. Then for the border, yung border collapse, refresh. Okay, so kahit ganun lang. So okay na yung setup ng table. Now I'm going to have yung array. So dito ko na lang ilagay. So sabihin natin names. Then sa loob, ilalagay natin yung mga array. First array will be yung associative, then name as index, arrow, then yung value, then the next, yung age, arrow, then yung value, then yung fab color, then sabihin natin red, blue pala, blue, yan. Then I can copy this one, okay, then replace natin yung value dito, change natin 30 dito, then send natin red, then dito ka row, then 32, then dito naman sabihin natin green. Okay, so this is the multidimensional array natin. Now we're going to place this data within the body. So we're just going to manipulate the part of the row or the table row. Okay. So in my routine guys, I'm going to check if may laman ba yung isang array. Sometimes I try to use set to check kung nakaset ba yung isang array. Ano yung array natin? It is names. This is my routine. Especially if you're already managing yung database, then hindi kayo sure kung nakaset, just to make sure kung nakaset yung variable na yan and hindi siya empty. Okay? Kasi may mga cases na empty. So that we can manipulate yung other output if walang laman yung table natin. So kung may laman siya, then dito natin ilalagay. So ganito ta. If nakaset, then i-process natin. Tapos, kung hindi siya empty using the not operator, if not empty yung names, therefore may laman. Then, yun ang ilalagay na natin dito. Sa for each. We're going to use for each. Then dito. Then the key and the row. Then we're going to place here yung sabihin natin, ito lang. First yung table tr, concatenate with of course yung td, then another td, then for the third column, okay, so let me try to put this down para at least maging readable siya. Okay, yan. Now I'm going to access the first associative value natin, which is yung name. Then let me try to copy this one. Okay, dito naman yung age. Then yung key dito will be the fab color. Okay, so I can now remove this one. Save natin, i-refresh natin. Yan. Okay, if we try to change the value here, sabihin natin yellow string. Otherwise, it may cause some error. Okay, and refresh. Yan. Okay, so kahit ilang item pa dyan, magdagdag pa ako ng item. Sabihin natin floor and 60 and refresh tayo. Yan. Okay, so hindi na natin minamanage dito, only we're just going to add yung item dito. So paano naman if we want to add item sa array without manipulating yung array dito? we can just access this one sa labas ng array and we can do this. And dito tayo pwede mag-add ng array. Then let me just copy these indexes. Yan. Then sabihin natin Cardo. And sabihin natin red. And refresh. First error. Alin yung nag-error? Dito. Ano? Nag-error. So, mainam to debugging. So, 47. So, itong 47. Dagdag. Hindi pala, di na kailangan. Kasi yung pair nito is ito. So, nagsobra ako. Okay, so save natin. Refresh. Yan. Okay, so we can easily add another item to our existing array. Okay, guys? So, another thing, just like I told you kanina, what if walang laman yung array? So, we can display here yung specific output natin. So, sabihin natin tr. Then, sabihin ko td. Okay, remove to. Then, I'm going to use call span for this. Call span 3. Kasi 3 columns meron. Then, sabihin natin no record found. Okay. Now, currently, may laman kasi yung array natin. Then, I can just simply declare lang muna yung empty value. Para at least ma-overwrite natin lahat-lahat ng array. So, mangyari, dito nakaset siya. Pero pagpunta dito, hindi niya masasatisfied yung not empty. Kasi wala na siyang laman. Then, it will jump here na. Okay? Then, refresh natin. Yan. So, kung walang laman, no record found. Pero kung may laman, display the output. Okay? So, for your activity guys, hindi nyo kailangang i-follow to. I just want to share to you kung paano ko siya minamanipulate. Sometimes, nilalabas ko siya sa table, hindi sa tr. So, it's up to you kung paano siya i-manage pagdating on managing kung may laman ba or wala. Okay? So, that's how we manage yung table lang naman. Okay, so that's the good thing about using yung for each, how to use multidimensional array. So, that's why guys, I'm totally encouraging you na masanay kayo sa paggamit ng multidimensional array kasi if you're already managing your database and getting some data from it, then ganito yung mga result. This is how you manage yung mga table listing ninyo. Okay? Okay, so I think that's it guys. So I hope you learned something new today guys. So basically, napag-aralan natin yung about sa PHP arrays on how to manipulate or manage yung numeric or index array, associative arrays, and yung multidimensional array. Okay, so those are the things that we have learned in this part of our series. Okay, so just like I always say guys, just keep practicing and never stop learning. Thank you for watching guys. And goodbye for now.